Are you feeling a bit lost when it comes to figuring out what skills you can monetize and turn into a location independent business? My name is Lauren and I am a full-time freelance writer / location independence coach, and in today's video we are going to unpack your skills and see which ones you can monetize. So what I am about to share with you today has worked for my Road to Remote students like Deborah. She recently signed her first client.
Excellent, 10 points to Gryffindor.
And what she did is that she took her passion for wildlife conservation and her content creation skills and turned that into a social media management business, which she can run from anywhere in the world. So with that all out of the way, let's get into the video. Okay, so step one is all about listing your skills. So this is a really fun journaling exercise. You guys know if you've been around here for a while, I am just a little bit obsessed with journaling. So some questions that you can ask yourself are, what is my current skill set? And with this question, you just want to list all your skills. For example, like email marketing, content writing, social media management, selling, all your freaking skills, list them, write it down. Then once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is start to assess what skills you are lacking. So if you're feeling called to become a freelance blog writer for brands, but you have never written a blog post in your life, you have no idea how to optimize a blog post for search, which means you don't understand keyword research and you don't understand SEO. Those would be skills that you are lacking.
Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills.
And what this does is it helps you identify your blind spots. When you've got these two lists, you've got the skills that you currently have and the skills that you are lacking, you can see, okay, cool, I maybe need to take an SEO course and learn a bit more about SEO so that I can understand how to do this and can actually do my job as a content writer effectively. So what you're essentially doing here is that you are creating an action plan. You're creating an action plan for those blind spots so that you can become the best possible version of yourself and also the best possible person for the job. And before we move on to the next section, there is something that we do need to talk about, and that is putting yourself into a box. So now you want to go remote, but you're struggling to find a remote job that is exactly what you are doing in your desk job. Now, most people tend to get frustrated and flustered and they give up and they think that they cannot go remote. And that is not the case. If you're just getting hung up on the fact that you can't find a role that is using all the skills that you are currently using in your full-time position, yes, it's going to feel like there are no remote roles out there for you, but I promise you there is. You just really need to start looking at your skill set with a microscope and seeing what you can pull out and monetize. Okay. So this next part is all about market research. So there's two parts to this. The first part is that you need to identify expanders in your network. Now, what the f is an expander? An expander is someone who has what you want. So, you know, if you want to become, I don't know, like a personal branding coach, your expander might be Erin May Henry, which if you don't know who she is, 1010% check her out. She was my business coach for 6 months last year. So I love her, support her, we stand her here. Anyway, that's what you want, right? You want to become a personal branding coach. You could use Erin as an expander. And what expanders are is that they show you what is possible. So if Erin is making 6 figures from being a personal branding coach, that shows you that that is possible for yourself. And then what you can do with Erin is that you can look at what she's doing online and you can start to unpack the skills that she has, which is making her successful. Erin is a queen on social media. She is very, very good at selling on Instagram, especially selling on Instagram lives. So that is another skill. If you don't know how to do that, you would need to obtain. And also what this is showing you is that these skills are profitable and they are helping her make the 6-figure income. Now, the second part of this market research is to look at your skills and see which ones are profitable, which ones are people actually willing to pay for.
Show me the money.
But if your skill is gardening and no one wants to pay for gardening, then you cannot monetize that skill. Also, what your skills can help you with is identify which industry you want to use that skill in. So for example, you have identified that you want to be a writer, okay? I'm so creative with my examples, but anyway. Now you have to kind of see who is hiring writers. So maybe one of the passions that you identified in the previous video was gardening.
I agree. I've had it. And
You know what I've had?
It.
But you've looked at your research, you've done your market research, and no one is really hiring freelance writers in that niche. So that's not really profitable. So you look at your next passion or thing that you have a lot of interest in that you wouldn't mind writing about, and let's say that is about marketing. So 1010% people are definitely hiring writers to write about marketing. So you have identified a skill set which you can now monetize in a niche that you are passionate about. And you've also proven to yourself that there is a need for the skill, there is a demand for the skill, and that you can actually, for a fact, get paid for it. And if you are struggling with this, another little trick that you can use is to go onto those remote job board sites. I have a whole video about some of the best ones, which you can watch over here. And go onto those sites and see what jobs people are posting and what skills they are requiring and which industries are actually paying for these skills. Okay, so just to have a quick recap, if you've watched all 4 videos in this series, which I highly recommend you do that. If you have not, stop watching this video, go watch the other ones first, then come back here. So if you've done all that homework, you will now have a clear picture of your mindset and the things you need to work on, habits that you need to start implementing into your life as a location independent entrepreneur, as well as your purpose, your passion, and now your skills. So the final thing that you need to do is to commit to becoming an expert. Once you have identified that skill that you can monetize and you've proven to yourself that that skill is profitable, you need to become an expert in it. So what this looks like, if
you want to become a copywriter and you want to write sales pages for people, right? You need to become the best possible copywriter for sales pages.
And that means that you probably have to invest in your education and taking courses, maybe hiring a coach, or maybe reading blog posts, reading books, whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that you are constantly learning and that you are constantly improving that skill, because that is what is going to set you apart from all the other copywriters. It's your knowledge, because no one has the same knowledge as you, right? We all have different types of knowledge because of our life experiences. So that is why this continuous learning thing is a crucial part of your skill set. And you cannot get there unless you are dedicated to learning everything there is to know about your skill set, about your niche, and really showing up as that expert. Okay guys, so that concludes part 4 of this 4-part series of laying down those foundations to build your location independent business in 2021. I hope that you have found these videos useful and helpful, and that you feel inspired and motivated to go out there and turn that passion, that idea, into a business that is going to help you work from anywhere in the world. And in the meantime, make sure that you have turned on those bell notifications and subscribed if you want to see more videos about location independence, remote work, travel, freelance writing, all that good stuff, because that is what this channel is all about. And while you wait for the next video to come out, you can binge watch some of my older videos like this one and this one over here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that it has helped you in some way, shape, or form, and I will check you in the next